Well, hi there, everybody. Good Monday morning to meteorologist Travis Klineski here. We're just wrapping up our Today's Show News 5 today, and it was a busy Monday morning. We had a lot going on behind me here. Still something going on. Of course, Colin Murphy, he was raising money for Mustaches for Kids, and they shaved him up earlier this morning here, but a great cause, and we thank all of you that donated to the cause. They raised a lot of money, and it was and thanks in part to many of you that watch us each and every day. Well, let's get on to weather here. Again, a very quiet day expected today after some severe weather yesterday, so I'm not going to talk too much about today's forecast because we have a lot going on for tomorrow. You may have heard the rumblings about the severe weather chances for tomorrow. We really started talking about it late Friday into Saturday. That was when we started really seeing the signs of this on forecast models here. Well, the way things are looking, we are looking at a potential severe weather outbreak for tomorrow. And I'll start off with our FUTURECAST here, and this starts off today. Again, very quiet conditions today, lots of sunshine, maybe some more early clouds, mainly in the southern parts of the viewing area. Most of today, or tonight, quiet, maybe a slight increase in clouds. Can't completely rule out maybe a shower or storm, but I think for most of us it will be a quiet night ahead of us. But I want to focus on that warm front to our south here, down in northern Kansas. That starts to lift northward as we go through the day tomorrow, thanks to a very strong area of surface low pressure just east of the Rockies in eastern Colorado. So that frontal boundary lifting northward. It's going to be hot, humid to the south of the frontal boundary, a little bit cooler to the north of it. Now, it looks like the atmosphere will remain mostly capped off south of that front. So if you live anywhere along and north of that front, that's where our main focus for thunderstorms will be anytime after the noon hour. This shows 1:30 here in the afternoon, but I would not be surprised to see some activity earlier in the day. So again, you'll want to pay attention to the weather at that time. Now, this isn't an exact place of where the front could be. It could be anywhere here, but kind of watching near the Nebraska-Kansas border or northward as we head towards tomorrow afternoon. So then thunderstorms erupting during the afternoon hours. All modes of severe weather will be possible for tomorrow. Supercells are likely. We're talking about very, very high amounts of shear in the atmosphere. Some of the highest. They're really maxed out, which means tons of rotation. And there's also a lot of instability to get these thunderstorm updrafts just to lift. So we're looking at a lot of rotating supercell possibilities, especially early on during the afternoon hours. And then also eventually these will kind of merge into several bowing segments that will produce lots of wind damage as we head towards tomorrow night as they continue to push through central and into eastern Nebraska. And these could last till about 10, 11, 12 o'clock at night in central Nebraska, maybe even longer in eastern parts of Nebraska, but eventually we'll clear things out by Wednesday morning. So let's look at your severe weather threat. Okay, this is from the Storm Prediction Center in Norman, Oklahoma. Their Day 2 threat does have all of Nebraska and northern Kansas under at least a slight risk, but where we have the red areas, that is a moderate risk of severe weather, which you do not see too many times in a year. Only a handful of times you'll see this here in Nebraska in a normal spring and summer. So a large portion of our viewing area under this moderate risk for severe weather. So this is why we are talking about this severe weather threat for tomorrow. And this doesn't mean it couldn't eventually get upgraded to a higher risk as we get closer. As for your threat, again, we're talking about the threat of very large hail with these thunderstorms, damaging winds, and yes, a higher risk also of tornadoes, including the risk, a strong risk of strong tornadoes, I should say, including long-tracked, maybe even violent tornadoes. So this is why we're talking about this, not just the day ahead of the storm, or the day of the storm, but also a day ahead of the storm to get you prepared in case this does happen. This is not a guarantee, but the chances are looking fairly good that we are going to see this in the area. Along with that, some more heavy rainfall will be possible, some good rains. Unfortunately, again, it comes at the price, but some of you are going to pick up some good rain with the highest threat of heavier rainfall to the north and to the east of the Tri-Cities. So, again, tomorrow's the day we're watching for the severe weather. Next couple of days here in the 80s, then a little bit cooler for the middle and end of the week. Slight chance of showers and storms by Thursday. Friday, they're looking at a better chance, maybe especially towards late Friday into Friday night, of some severe weather continuing to Saturday. It'll be a little bit cooler, but again, we're going to have to watch for the severe weather threat there too. Maybe not like today, or tomorrow, I should say, but still that threat's going to be there. Sunday, it looks like drier, cooler air building in with mostly sunny skies. So again, we have a lot going on here as we head towards your Tuesday. Now is the time to prepare because, again, it looks likely that we're going to see a pretty good chance of some severe weather again with the damaging wind threat, the very large hail threat, and possibly some strong, long-lived tornadoes. Comparable, if not even worse, than what we had on Mother's Day. If you recall that day, the tornadoes near Sutton and also Beaver Crossing, we could see something comparable, if not even worse, to that. And of course, this is just the time of the year we see it. So again, I just want to remind you, if you're parents if you are a parent that has kids at home during the summertime by themselves, talk to them about what they need to do if severe weather threatens their area. Make sure they are paying attention to the weather at home as well, not just listening for sirens, because you can't always hear sirens inside. Make sure they have the severe weather alerts available as well at home, the severe weather hazard radios, I should say. Again, if you're at work, know what you need to do at work. Again, just be prepared ahead of time for severe weather in case it does happen to threaten your area. Again, we'll be updating you all through the day today. Tim will update you tonight. I'll update you tomorrow on the severe weather threat. You can check us out on Facebook and Twitter as well. Of course, there's facebook.com/stormtracker5 for that, or also my own personal one, which is facebook.com/TravisWX for more updates throughout the day and throughout the night into tomorrow before the weather hits. So until next time, we'll be talking about this more again as we head towards tomorrow. I'm meteorologist Travis Klineski. Have a great Monday.